Hi, I'm Kat, and this is today's tarot. The opening card that we have for today is the Sun card. Now, if we consider the energy of the sun and what it does for our planet and what it does for each of us, it brings life to the world. This card is one of the most beneficial cards of the entire tarot deck, and it's bringing up that we have some kind of realization and some awakening that we are going through. We are seeing things in a new light, and it's making us feel a freshness and a newness in regard to what we see as our potential with the year to come. Now, the challenge that we have for today is the Eight of Pentacles. And so this may be that like day-to-day matters are challenging for us. When we have our mind set on the goals and the things that we actually want to do in the future and we're excited and hopeful about that, it can be really difficult to just do the things that we feel like we have to tend to. And there's a cyclical nature to the things that we have to tend to, and it's challenging in some way. Now, the way we're going to get through that challenge is the Cosmos card. In traditional tarot decks, this is also known as the World. And so this is a card that's speaking about a completion of some sort. So we have to consider that while it may be challenging and frustrating to tend to the day-to-day practical matters that we feel like are repeating every day, that ultimately we're trying to just complete things. And if we can get to the place of completing the things that we feel like are kind of pulling our attention, then we can move on once we've completed those things. And so this card is telling us to draw our resources and our energy inwards and tend to the things that we really need to take care of and be responsible about, because the World card, Cosmos card, is ruled by Saturn, which brings up our sense of responsibility and actually pulling ourselves in and tending to the things that we need to tend to. Now, the overall energy of today and the outcome of today is that we may feel like we have to do a lot, and maybe we've signed up to do a lot. Like the Ten of Wands is the doaholic. If you consider one wand and one staff, you're trudging up the mountain in a very singular, focused movement, and then two wands, you kind of like have this dualistic bit of attention. Three wands, once you add 10 wands into the mix, well, you can see this character carrying 10 wands is a lot to carry, and it's very difficult to see where you're going when you're doing so many things. And so the message in this card is you have to set down some of these things. Like, you have to have some understanding on what you're actually capable of doing and completing each and every day, and have more responsibility to that. Now, when I pulled this card this morning, a second card came out. It just kind of flew out, slid out while I was drawing that card, and it's the Eight of Cups. Now, we ended up getting two eights then when this card flew out, because we had the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is energy of walking away from a situation that is no longer giving you any kind of enjoyment, or it's like, this situation isn't even worth it, I'm just going to kind of be done with it. You can see that the figure in the card is walking away from this set of 5 cups and this set of 3 cups, and they're going out into the mountains. It's kind of like, well, this isn't even worth it. And if you consider how that's reflected back in our lives, it's kind of like in our culture, we're told that we need to work a lot, and if we work a lot and we get stable material-wise, then we'll be in a place that is like safe, and we'll be able to create happiness. And like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? We can build up and build into our spirituality and develop ourselves. But there's something that this duaholic nature does to us that actually takes away a lot of like the space to have the emotional relationships that give life the richness that we're here to experience in life. And so this is bringing this up, like reflecting this back to us as far as where do we want to put our time? Where do we want to put our energy? And ultimately, like, why are we carrying so many wands? And what's the carrot behind all of those wands, right? Because if we're ultimately kind of walking away from the Eight of Cups, then it's telling that this isn't a rewarding place to just be in a place of like doing things just to do things all the time. So this calls us to a time of rest. This is definitely a card of rest and going within and being within nature and grounding oneself. So if you are in a place where you can go outside and put your feet on the ground and feel connected to the earth and reach your hands out and up into the sky, then please go do so and shake it all off, because all we have is each and every day that we're blessed with, and none of them are promised. And as much as we think that, you know, having to do all these things and doing all these things and filling our plate is going to get us somewhere, being busy all the time doesn't leave any space and time to actually enjoy life. So I hope that you can find some time to sink into your skin and sink onto the earth and feel the sun on your skin, because we're here now and that's what life is about. I send you so much love today, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.